Tonight, the Troy Public Library gets an upgrade.
Plus, students immerse themselves in Chinese culture. Stay tuned, Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for July 12, 2012. I'm Jamarlo Phillips.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. The City of Troy unveiled the new public library at a grand opening ceremony this morning. Danielle Percival gives us a look at the new facility.
3, 2, 1.
All I can say is it's a great day to be a Trojan.
After many months of planning and hard work, the new Troy Public Library has officially opened. Thursday morning marked the grand opening of the facility, and Troy Mayor Jimmy Lunsford said this was indeed a special day.
It's one of those days that we've been looking forward to bringing this to fruition for quite some time now. So everything is just coming together, the planning inside the building, everything that we've done here is just win-win for everybody in our community.
While many people played a part in designing, constructing, and making the new library a possibility, Library Director William White was a big contributor when it came to ideas and direction.
I'm proud of the entire structure. It's entirely custom designed. Every square inch is based on nothing else in the country, so it is unique. That in and of itself makes me proud. But beyond the facility, what I'm most proud of today is the support of our patrons.
Opening the new library not only increased the size of the facility, but also brought in upgrades like adding e-books to the library. A conference room and individual tutoring rooms were included as well, but there was also one other big addition. One of the most impressive features of the new library is the castle, which was White's own idea.
The castle was something that I thought up one evening while I was reading, and I thought I want a castle in the new facility, and so I began sketching on it, and I wanted it almost over the top, but not quite, but enough to whenever people walked in, you're almost shocked that there's a castle inside the building.
It's more kid inviting. The kids are more excited about coming because they feel more at home.
Danielle Percival, Troy TrojanVision News.
The funding for the project came from a bond issue that is being used to fund several other projects in the area.
Troy Startalk 2012 started its fourth day of the two-week program. Justin Gardner has details on what Startalk is and what the participants have been learning.
Startalk is a program designed to teach American students international languages. Troy University is playing host to Startalk for its second year, and this year Troy was awarded two programs, one for high school students and one for Chinese teachers who want to learn how to teach Chinese to English-speaking American students. The Chinese and English languages are from different language families, meaning their origins are different, making the learning process for students and teachers alike to be more complicated than it would be teaching a student a language from a similar background as their own.
Chinese is totally different language from other language family.
The English-speaking students may be able to repeat sounds they hear, but the most difficult side to learning Chinese is processing those sounds and writing words down on paper, or reading Chinese characters.
If they learn Spanish, that would be easy for them, but for Chinese it's totally different. They have to learn pinyin first, and then they have to learn Chinese characters. Sound system and writing system, they are separate. So at the very beginning they feel it will be very hard for them. But after the beginning level, when they get used to that, they will feel comfortable.
On day 3, the teachers and students took a break from language theories and focused on the arts.
We try to integrate the Chinese culture with the language learning. In this way, they can learn the language. At the same time, they can also learn the culture.
Chang Chen, being a Chinese native and working there as a professor for 14 years, takes great pride in coming to the United States and sharing what he knows with American students.
I'm very proud and also very happy because I'm a native Chinese speaker and also I grew up in China. I feel very proud to share my culture with other people, and also I feel very happy to teach my students to use my language ability and the knowledge of culture.
Judson Garner, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy Startalk 2012 will wrap up on Saturday, July 21st, and a graduation will be held in the Trojan Center Theater.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, in Montgomery, Circuit Judge Gene Reese imposed a sentence on an 18-year-old Jeremy Thomas. Thomas pleaded guilty to manslaughter last month in the 2011 shooting death of 14-year-old Tarika Seda Gayson. Gayson's father, Horace Mays, asked for the maximum sentence, and the judge agreed because Thomas had a juvenile record.
And in Jasper, initial tests show a possible link between a skull found under a house and the case of two elderly women who've been missing for years. Police have said the skull could be connected to the missing person case of 104-year-old Mary Cobb and her daughter, 83-year-old Winona Del Vecchio. They were reported missing in 2005.
And in Alabaster, it's a good time to be a dog if you're in the Birmingham suburb. The star of ABC TV's Modern Family series, Eric Stonestreet, will be in the Shelby County City on Thursday to help introduce a $500,000 dog park that's opening in a new city. The park was funded from a grant from Beneful Dog Food. It includes agility hoops, a path with tunnels, a field for playing fetch, water sprays for cooling off on hot days, and a wash station.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News. While the NBA season has ended, free agency has just begun. Tune in to find out who is going where when Danielle Percival joins us with sports.
But first, find out why an Olympics participant is crediting the Romneys for helping him achieve his dreams. We'll have more on that story after the break.
With political connections bound for the Olympics.
In an instant, everything we know can be taken away. I'm John LaRoquette, and as an actor, I've made a career on TV and performing on the Broadway stage. But is that what matters most? If I was suddenly disabled and couldn't take steps, couldn't I still act? Only abilities matter. Visit Kessler Foundation on Facebook and tell us your abilities. And go to KesslerFoundation.org, where only abilities matter.
At the heart of what we do in the College of Business is care for the students.
We feel like the students are our most important assets.
I have never been anywhere where I've known so many students on first-name basis.
What we try to do at Troy University is provide an experience to students that not only provide the curriculum that allows them to be successful in the business world, but we also try to expand their horizons to reach greater opportunities that maybe they didn't think they were capable of before.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Jamarlo Phillips at the Global News Desk. Jamarlo.
Thank you, Bailey. Dressage is celebrating its 100th year in the Olympics, but this year is getting more attention than it ever has in the United States. Randall Pinkston reports that Jana Belling and his horse have become ambassadors for their sport because of their connection to the Romneys.
Jan Ebeling used to be afraid of horses. But now the German-born rider and his horse Rafalka are training for their first Olympic Games. They're one of 4 members of the USA dressage team.
It's amazing. It's a dream come true.
That dream became a reality in part because of Ann Romney, wife of Republican presidential hopeful Mitt Romney. She helped purchase Rafalka for Ebeling about 6 years ago.
I think she really appreciated me helping her with her riding, and I think she wanted to help me achieve my dream.
Here we go.
An avid rider, Mrs. Romney started training with Ebeling after she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She credits riding with easing some of the symptoms of the disease.
The Romneys' involvement is putting the spotlight on dressage at this summer's games. But horse ballet has been part of the Olympics for 100 years.
It's based on military training that dates back to the ancient Greeks. In competition, Ebeling and Rafalka rely on their trust of each other to precisely execute a series of choreographed movements.
Dressage is really all about balance, rhythm, and relaxation.
This pair trains about an hour a day. Ebeling says his horse is ready.
How old is she?
She's 15, so she's peaking right now.
And at 53, he's ready. After all, Ebeling says he's been training for this moment for decades. Randall Pinkston, CBS News, Gladstone, New Jersey.
New information from Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr.'s office is not putting to rest questions about his absence from work. The son of civil rights leader is on medical leave, but there are calls for him to provide more details. Danielle Nottingham has the latest from Washington.
When the architects of
Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. hasn't been seen on Capitol Hill for a month. His office released a statement from an unnamed doctor saying the congressman is receiving intensive medical treatment at a residential treatment facility for a mood disorder.
He's under medical supervision. He is regaining his strength.
Jackson's father, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, told reporters he's glad his son isn't in the middle of this daily media speculation.
We understand the interest in him, but I would hope that the zone of privacy would be respected.
Information about the 9-term congressman from Illinois has been trickling out. First word was the 47-year-old was suffering from exhaustion. Then a week later, another statement said his unnamed condition was more serious than originally thought. Some of Jackson's congressional colleagues have called for Jackson to be more forthcoming with his constituents. House leaders haven't heard from the congressman, but are also facing questions about his absence.
Our prayers and thoughts are with him and with his family.
I think this is an issue between he and his constituents. I just wish him well and hope to see him back soon.
Congressman Jackson has been facing ongoing ethics investigations, allegations that he tried to influence former Governor Rod Blagojevich to appoint him to President Obama's vacant Senate seat. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.